Hey, my kings and queens, how we doing today? I hope everybody is doing amazing. Today we're going to be talking about not being supported in a relationship, whether it is strictly from the beginning or later on down the line. This is a conversation that a lot of people don't like to have because they like to try to come up with excuses as to why everybody's behavior is the way that it is. But I felt compelled to actually speak about this because it's a real life thing. And so, ultimately, when you're in a relationship with someone, you definitely trust them enough to be in the relationship with them. So you automatically assume that you will be supported by them, correct? But in some instances, and I have actually been through this, you will get into a relationship with someone, and as soon as you walk into, meeting the family and actually, trying to collide your worlds together, and, because it's getting serious in your relationship, you will notice that some families don't fool with you. And it's like, unfortunately, this is an immature thing that other families do when their family member introduces their new partner, or wants to actually throw that out as a suggestion, saying, hey, I'm interested in this person, I really like them, and I want you to meet them. Unfortunately, there's some family members that have an unspoken contract with that person, and the jealousy and the envy starts to become apparent. Okay. In some instances, jealousy and envy comes in with the mother. The mother, automatically just thinks that the son is her spouse, and she's extremely overprotective over her son, not realizing that she's doing it, but it's actually her son, not her husband. Or in some instances, the son would be, or the daughter would be, the primary person that finances the family, if you will. There maybe have some type of financial gain, and the family depends on them for monetary things or whatever they depend upon them for. And so you may become a threat to the family if that person gets into a relationship. Or for instance, if the man is going into the female side of the family, he may run into an issue with her mother because her mother doesn't have a husband, so she doesn't want her daughter to be in a relationship, so she's going to try to pick that person apart and find every reason to not like the new guy that the daughter introduces her to. I mean, the list goes on. You've seen it. Or you're actually one of those family members that's always hating on your family member when they're trying to be in a relationship. Either way it goes, it's very immature, it's very childish, and it shows your true colors. And so, I want you guys to recognize family members that actually do this. I want you to recognize the fact that if you bring someone around your family, what their reactions are. And, there shouldn't be any type of real reaction because, first of all, your family doesn't know that person. Your family has to actually take out time to get to know that person. And if they refuse to do that, that right there is your red flag and your indicator that that person is not safe around your family. And so a lot of people don't like to address this, but it's the truth. Your person that you are with should always be willing to defend you if your family comes for them in any type of way. Well, in the relationship that I was in, it was the total opposite. It was like a lot of these people did not know me, but they felt compelled to disrespect me. And I was waiting for my partner to defend me in some type of way. Later finding out that my partner was the catalyst for the hate that I was receiving. And so, it was a lot of manipulation in that situation. And that's another thing I want to talk to you about. You got to be very careful when you're getting into a relationship, because you may be introduced into a narcissist family, okay, where the mother, the father, the family are narcissists. The person you're with is a narcissist. And so a lot of the behaviors are swept up under the rug just because that's just their natural way of being, okay? And so you want to vet out the personality of the person that you're going to be with first before you even meet the family, so you can be able to recognize red flags and patterns long before you get into the relationship, into marriage or something serious. And so, kings and queens, it's like, ultimately, if you're going to be in a relationship, whether you're a woman or a man, there needs to be boundaries and standards set when it comes to, if my partner that I'm introducing you to does not feel safe around you because you guys are being disrespectful to them, you are no longer going to be a part of our relationship. You won't know anything that we have going on. You won't be around us, because that's actually toxic, and I don't want that to be present in my relationship. Okay? You got to set those boundaries with your family. Your family is always going to be your family. No one can take that away from you. But it doesn't mean that you are supposed to accept disrespect from your family. You're not supposed to have family members hitting on your partner. You're not supposed to have family members being jealous of your partner, nor are you supposed to have family members trying to fight your partner. That is absolutely ridiculous. Online, I seen something. It was this guy, he had to defend his wife because some random ass females, I don't know if they was family or not, tried to jump on his wife, and that is not okay. That's absolutely ridiculous. And to be in that predicament, I as his wife, I would have been pissed. I would have been so mad that somebody tried to come for me, and if that man did not defend me in some type of way. But to be honest with you, you should never have to be in that situation. I mean, who the fuck do these people think they are to even attack your spouse or attack your relationship like that? That is just not okay. That is totally off limits, okay, when it comes to a relationship. And so if you know that you got some ignorant ass family members, you need to make sure that if you're going to be in a relationship, that you might not even need to actually introduce your partner to your ignorant ass family members if it's all like that, because some family members they act weird. Some of your cousins can act like they like you. Some of your parents can act like they in a relationship with you. It's just some weird shit going on in the world, and it needs to be addressed. If you see, the jealousy all coming up for somebody, then you need to just stay away from yourself, regardless if you're in a relationship or not, kings and queens. But we're not going to sit up here and act like this stuff is not a real thing. We're not going to act like the jealousy and the envy when you're in a relationship is not present. You got cousins that's jealous of you. You got so many people jealous of you, and 9 times out of 10, it be people close to you. You got friendships that you had since you was in high school, just to find out that the friends that you so-calledly had have been jealous of your marriage, jealous of your relationship, jealous of your life altogether. And these things nowadays are being exposed. The true colors of people are being exposed. And so I want you guys to make sure that you're constantly staying safe away from these jealous and envious people. And if your partner is not defending you, that is your number one indicator that they don't fuck with you. Because why wouldn't they defend something that they care about, or so-calledly care about, or so-calledly love? Kings and queens, I need you to start thinking about these things, especially when you're starting to meet people and get into relationships. You got to watch your whole and full environment. Don't ever get complacent, because that's where we make mistakes. And if a person says that they truly love you, they need to be demonstrating that in your life. Period. That's all I have for you, kings and queens. I'll talk to you soon.